all that stuff, the softening and rounding out and having that background of some diffusion and leaning into those and allowing those to be like a little blanket that you kind of can fall back into. And those wider states of being are really going to help just release the crystallization and the hardness that can come with those other expressions, and also regenerate them to be able to have more freedom to move in a more pure way, so rather than hard mind. And it's what's so helpful about the race. If you go, oh yeah, intellectual superiority, okay, that's a third race shadow. It just, if you're aware of that, it becomes much more easy to like make the choice to drop that in the moment. And sometimes it's a bit stickier and you're like, okay, I'm like really just pissed off with it, and that's fine. But over time, and that's the absorption into the deeper quality. It's like, okay, I can just withdraw my energy, make a choice to withdraw my energy from that expression and just and synthesize that quality so it's not running amok unnecessarily.
It's just, yeah.
Especially with those hard rays, when they are a bit more mental or they are more force, it's that you give spaciousness around them to soften, you know, as opposed to if you were really like the opposite, you're really strong second, fourth, and sixth ray, then you're a bit like wafty, and then you need to get a little bit more focus to propel you forward. But so you see what your primary, you know, mode of being is, and if you can lean back and you go, actually, I don't have to, like you say, that's not necessarily like if my intellectual superiority, for example, maybe it's not a really serious shadow work process of deconstruction to like heal or fix that part of my personality. Maybe it's just as simple as, oh yeah, that's just a kind of baseline mode of operandus for me, and I can just maybe diffuse out of that in that moment and just say, okay, my third ray genius is here, and I can yeah, you're right. It is a withdrawal, because when we're talking about moving with the soul, you are withdrawing your energy from the form aspect and you're repopulating, or not pre-populating, but you get the drift. You're moving into that bigger, deeper, more subtle, but more powerful aspect. And then you kind of, so, okay, this is like, you know, there are times when you need to thrust in and deal with the past or deal with the issue. And there are some times where you just need to let it wash over, and you find that actually that movement of spaciousness allows for its undoing or its healing or its reconfiguration just as much as, or sometimes even more potently than what is the thing. That aspect. There's a time to get clear and slice the sword. There's a time to go into the heart and diffuse. There's a time to go into the integrity and rework in a relational pattern or structure things a bit differently. There's a time to sit back and have space, and that's the emptiness piece. And interestingly, it's particularly important, I think, for Aries, because Aries has that Mars thing, and it's a heady sign anyway, where if you've got solar plexus, like, but Libra, its opposite, is the sign that rules meditation, and it's that contemplation between two opposites. So, you know, that's that sort of, that's a bit with the Libra thing.